T. That's John Party for you. Last Night Lonely. It is 7:30, my friends.
Time now for the question of the day, brought to you by Painted Skies Dental Center, online at paintedskiesdental.com.
That's right. It is time for our question of the day. And our question of the day basically comes out of a new survey that I saw that is basically asking parents how much are their kids playing outside. Because we remember how much time we spent outside as a kid. I think as a kid, I was out on my bike. I was climbing the mountains and the rocks behind the house. I was out all over the place. Even though I was raised as a cable kid and I watched a lot of TV, I still spent a lot of time outside. Even when we lived near the ball fields, I was always, one of my favorite things was to get my bike and just ride between all of the ball fields and, quite honestly, all of the concession stands to grab something to snack during a summer day. But the results of this new survey said that some kids, 55% of their parents say the kids between the ages of 5 and 13 that say they are worried that their kids just don't spend enough time playing outside. And 74% of parents surveyed said their kids don't appreciate playing outside as much as they did when they were young. Yeah, that's a little bit weird, isn't it? So that's my question of the day. Do you think kids are really missing out on playing outside a lot? Do they spend too much time indoors, do you think? You know, especially with weather as nice as it is outside these days. And yes, it is hot, but, you know, if you're hydrated, you got your water bottle out there with you and stuff, you know, you can get out and have a whole lot of fun in this weather here. So, yeah, that is our question of the day. Do you think kids are missing out on playing outside? So go ahead and let me know what you think. Of course, our Zia Comics hotline and text line are wide open. You can give me a call or send that text to 575-523-5478. That's 575-523-KGRT. And, of course, comments on our socials are there for you on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter pages. But that is our question of the day, brought to you by Painted Skies Dental Center, located at 3045 East University Avenue. Do you think kids are missing out on playing outside? One more button. There we go. Okay. All right. We are exclusively on our social media pages right now, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And our question of the day, yeah, do you think kids are missing out on playing outside? Because I saw this survey that said, you know, 55% of parents with kids between the ages of 5 and 13 say they're worried about their kids spending enough time playing outside. In fact, I even heard that it's worse in Alaska, Arizona, and Missouri, where parents have to tell their kids to play outside an average of 6 times a week. That's like almost every day, guy. Like, go outside, play, you know. And it was always something when I was growing up with the kids in the neighborhood and everything else to go outside. I lived in a cul-de-sac at one point in time, and yeah, it was the baseball cul-de-sac. We would be out there playing baseball in there. Surprisingly enough, no windows were ever broken, but yeah, it was a bunch of fun to go ahead and get out there and just play baseball with the rest of the kids in the neighborhood, or get on our bikes and just ride all over the place, or climb the mountains behind the houses, a whole thing like that. And although I was raised as a cable kid, I'm not going to lie, I watched a lot of TV and watched a lot of movies when I was a kid. We were always outside doing something, going camping, going some fishing with my grandparents, or, you know, just heading out there. And I think a lot of kids are kind of missing out on that just a little bit too much. So in my personal opinion, I'd say, yeah, absolutely. The kids are missing out on playing outside. And, yeah, I just got a text message that said, yes, they are internet addicted. That's right. In fact, if one of them forgets their phone somewhere, they go through these quick withdrawal symptoms. I have to have my phone with me, right? Well, while we're waiting for a few more answers, let's go ahead and check out and see what is going on around in the world. I see that Collider Magazine says Top Gun Maverick has now become the highest grossing film of 2022. It's earned $783.8 million worldwide. Oh, it's going to get to $1 billion. I'm pretty sure about that. And The Wrap says Netflix has renewed the new series, The Lincoln Lawyer, for a second season. Haven't seen that one yet. Heard some good things about that. And Metal Hammer Magazine, check this out. Famed jazz saxophonist Kenny G is going viral because he plays on a new heavy metal song called Mercurius Gilded. The Imperial Triumphant song also features Kenny's son, Max, on guitar. So I guess that's why he was lending the sax to that song. But that would be an interesting sound at the very least. Insider Magazine says teenage workers in the wealthy Hamptons are charging like $45 an hour to babysit and $125 per hour for chess lessons. In fact, get this, speaking of playing outside, teens are charging $70 an hour to teach sports to younger kids. Yeah, so that's up in the Hamptons where I guess you've got to pay someone else to teach your kids how to play sports. I don't know about that one. Maybe they need to get outside with their kids. Also, it seems that, inflation is getting everybody, grocery prices skyrocketing. In rural Alaska, of all places, inflation and supply chain issues. Pineapples cost $15. Milk costs $13. Potatoes are $15. Captain Crunch cereal, just for a breakfast cereal, $9.29. And a bag of, I think big bags of rice are about $45. That is outrageous, especially out in the middle of nowhere like Alaska. This inflation thing is going to get way out of hand. And the scary thing is it's probably going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. But positive attitude, positive, the power of positivity. We've got to make sure that we think about the positives on everything. And, of course, the positive thing is that we're pretty tough, I think, when it comes down to it. And we'll go ahead and get past this, as we always do. But once again, our question of the day: do you think kids are missing out on playing outside? Getting outside, playing, a little baseball, or just going for a walk, or getting out on their bikes and just playing out there. And I understand, there's a lot of, we'll just say, dangers, I think, out for the kids these days. But still, getting outside with the family maybe to go ahead and have a little bit of fun. Heck, you know what? I even miss some of those parks with all that dangerous playground equipment in there. Remember the merry-go-round? Remember those metal slides? Yeah, you remember. I know you do. So that is our question of the day, brought to you by Painted Skies Dental Center. Do you think our kids are missing out on playing outside? Yeah, go ahead and let me know. And maybe just like our one person sent me that text, yeah, they are internet addicted. They need to get outside